Don't ask me what time it is, I don't know. I don't care. I only care about my Father's time. My Father is God. I am the unknown prophet of God. If you like it or not. I just wake up and I did get a prophetic dream. It was about a man. He was laying on my couch. And I don't like that man because that man is my father from earth. I did not like him. He always did rape my mom and hit my mom and all that kind of things. So I was 21 when I did come back out of the child house, because there I did go long time. If I did stay home, I go to jail for murder. You understand? But I did choose a better way than jail. So I choose to go to a house with children for a long time. And this man was on that couch in my prophetic dream. And I saw in the air a whale, and this whale was like a black whale in the air. And then I saw out of the whale did come a spirit, and this spirit was a spiritual angel, It did give light and you could see through it and all that kind of things. And it did go to heaven. And that's what I saw. And then I did and watched if there was more. And then I saw a black cloud coming and a white cloud. And the black cloud did go for the white cloud, so the white cloud was gone. So it was some kind of terrible weather with thunder and lightning, and it did become dark. And this man on my couch, yeah, sorry folks, I cannot call it my father from earth, He also told me that I was not his son and all that kind of things, So, yeah. And that's true, because I did belong to another father on earth, but he was also a bad father. I did know him also. He was also always drinking and fighting and, all that kind of things. So that father was also not a good father, but it was a better father than the father I did have here on earth. So, but in that time I did not care anymore, only in the beginning when I was a little boy, but when I did become older, I did not care anymore who my father was or who not. For me, it did not matter anymore. It only did matter that he never touched my mom again. So I did warn him, and I told him, if you touch my mom one more time again in the way I do not like, I go to jail for you. I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna kill you. And he was crying on his knees, and he told me, I will never do it again. Don't hit me. I told him, okay, I give you that chance. But normally speaking, I want to kill you right now. But he was crying and he was sorry, and I told him, okay, I give you another chance. But if I see one more thing or hear one more thing of you, I will find you and I'm gonna kill you. And he told me, yeah, here do you have my car? You can drive in my car and all that kind of things. He was very scared that I gonna do the thing I did say. But I did warn him already when I was 9. I told him, man, wait till I'm a little bit older. I'm gonna take some lessons in Kung Fu and kickboxing, and I'm gonna kick your ass very badly. And in that time he was laughing. But he did not laugh anymore when I did come home and exactly did get what I told him he will get. So I did follow lots of lessons in Kung Fu and kickboxing, and I did mix it together, to make a new way of fighting. So I did mix it. And in this two mixing things, I was very fast. You could not even see that I'm gonna hit, You will not see coming the hit. This is how fast. So, but I never did use it. I never will, by the way. But I did mix these two very dangerous sports together. And I did make my own way of fighting. And if I start to fight, I'm gonna kill people, folks. Because I know everything of the human body. This is what you need to know before you can kill without a weapon. And I'm a weapon. Because I know how. And definitely now I know how, because now I do walk with God. But now I am much more different than I ever was. And I will be this forever. But this is the dream. I saw a whale coming out of the sea, and this whale was a black whale, a big black whale. He was jumping from the sea into the air, and from the air he did go high into the clouds, and then a spiritual angel did come out of him and did go to heaven. And then it started to become one light cloud and then a dark cloud for it. You understand? So the white cloud was gone and it did become dark also. And I did warn this man what was on that couch, and he saw my neighbor on the other side. And my neighbor is a very sexy woman. And that's what he saw, you know. And then later I did wake him up and told him, yeah, I see something. And then he saw another woman walking on the balcony almost naked. And he did watch that thing. I also saw that thing, of course. But I was not looking specifically for that. I did look for my father's things, you know. And God always did come with things in the air. I saw everything coming out of the air, never out of the floor. Everything did come from this bottomless pit. And the bottomless pit, folks, you also do live in. It's the air. Huh? It's where everything is, and you need to go too far to understand that you never will reach the end. That is the bottomless pit. And we are all living in the bottomless pit. And people say the bottomless pit is in this world. But folks, if there is a bottomless pit in this world, where do we end? You tell me. Nowhere. So it must go out of this world, and when you are out of this world, you come into with the stars and everything. You understand? A bottomless pit is something, the name says it already, it's bottomless. So it go on and on. This never can be in this world. You understand? It must go right through the world. And when we go through the world, and we are a floating world, folks. All the worlds are floating. You understand? You can see it like we are some kind of aliens. Huh? In a mothership. Earth is our mothership. You need to see it like this. I cannot explain it any better than this, because it's the truth. We are flying without we even know it. Well, I know it, but you do not know it, you know. But we are moving all the time. You get it? It's flying. We are moving. And it's very easy. The bottomless pit cannot never be in this world, because it goes through the world. And what will happen if it goes through the world? It's bottomless, so it will go to the stars, and it will go to the sun, the moon, everything. You understand? So we all are in this bottomless pit. But the story people tell are different. And they say that it will be here on earth. That's not true. We all do live in the bottomless pit. I don't know any better. And I cannot declare it any better. And I declare really the truth. So that's what I saw. And yeah, It's prophetic, you know. But I did get many of this kind of, and what this means, I think the whales going to die off or something. There are also not many whales anymore, you know, because people take medicine from it. Yeah, like tigers, they need the skin. Elephant, they need the teeth. Um, crocodiles, they need the leather. And go on like this, you understand? Or they just like to kill it and eat it or something. Yeah, this kind of thing. But you will get a bitter taste in the flesh you eat now. And I did warn you already. And now all the flesh need to go out of the stores because it's poisoned. And who is right here? I don't take any flesh, folks. So for me, yeah, here also in Holland I hear, yeah, the flesh need to go back, you know. It cannot be eaten or you will become sick. Yeah, and I say, yeah, I know. I don't eat the flesh, you know. I don't eat it. Not fish, not everything. No eggs, no nothing. That's why I don't eat it. And many people will become sick of it. But I did one. You better be as clean as possible, folks. And yeah, follow Jesus Christ. I can say, follow Jesus Christ, folks. Go into Jesus Christ, and you will understand. You will understand God. But you need to follow Jesus Christ. If you don't do this, you will never understand God. And so you never will make it. This spiritual battle, you did lose already. And it's true, folks. It's the true story. Look. So folks, be wise and go into Jesus Christ. He is the one, you know. He is the one. He can give you satisfaction in everything. He can help you. I am not Jesus Christ, so I cannot help you. And if I was Jesus Christ, folks, then I will tell you one thing. Murderers and child rapists and all that kind of things, you know, and liars and stealers, I will not listen to. You understand? If I was Jesus Christ right now, you will not walk with me. That kind of people, you know, with tattoos everywhere and short skirts and going like hookers. And by the way, do you understand that 99% are women who are bad? 99% of the women will be bad. So how many percent are there left for the man? And these are also including young girls, little children, but these are all girls who will go very wrong in this world. 99%. 99%, folks. Think about it. And 1%, the boys and the men. 1%. And this is also really the truth. And if you watch, folks, you men watch the woman, you will understand I'm right. There are so many women who cannot behave. They all go wrong. So this 99% of women will also not go with me. And also not go with Jesus Christ. And if I was Jesus Christ, you will exactly understand. Will not happen. Never will. I don't want them. And most of the women are also witches and do witchcraft and all that kind of thing. Yeah, they also do very dirty things. I'm sorry, girls and women, but this is what it says. Yeah, you can do a lot on it, but me, I can do nothing. I only can tell you the truth. And the truth is 99% of the women and the girls. And that's a lot. That's a lot. And folks, you can go to parties. The men are dressed up in suit. Perfectly dressed. I told my Father God I did go to that kind of parties on the internet and did look at it. And I told my Father God, why this very nice young man do walk with that kind of hookers? I do not understand. Winding up men. That is what you girls and women can do best. Winding up men. And it's true, eh? Girls and women. But this was the prophetic dream I did get. And yeah, my earthly father was also in it. I do not like the man. Well, I did go on my knees when God did come, and I told my Father God, I cannot forgive my earthly father, but I forgive him. But of course I will never forget what did happen, folks. That is not possible. You understand? I will never forget one thing, whatever did happen with me. Everyone who did do something wrong with me, you know, I will not forget. The things I did wrong, I also will not forget. You understand? But I did forgive them all. I was almost killed, and 1 week later, I was standing to take the guy out of this problem. So he did walk free, and he did come to me again, and he told me, if you don't help me, I do it again. And I told him, here I am, do it. And then he did walk away, and then maybe a few days later I read in the papers that he did rape 5 girls. And these 5 girls did put him into jail again. And yeah, if you do like that, folks, I can do nothing anymore. But this guy almost did murder me, did kill me. And I did get him out of jail. With the wounds around me, you know. He did stab me badly in my head. And I did walk with the world what turns around me. I was dizzy. I could not live normal. I saw everything turning around, you know. Later it did stop, but definitely in the beginning, I did not know what did happen. You know, everything turning around like crazy. So I did become very weak in walking, in everything, you know. But later it did become better. But still I did have lots of problems. I could not see for my eyes someone walking too fast, or I did become dizzy again, you know. Or cars or bicycles, you know, but go fast, more fast than you can walk, you understand? Then I did become, my world started to turn around me. I become very, uneven, disturbed, you know, in my mind. But then God did come to me, and I did walk with Father God 3 months or something, 2 months. And then I hear it will become hot weather. And I directly told my Father God, oh Father God, today I think I'm gonna fall down, because it will be 40 degrees here in Holland. And I'm dizzy all the time, Father. I think I'm gonna fall down. And then Father God did come to me and started to work in my head. And I directly did feel that something did happen. And when this was done, I told my Father God, did you heal me without I ever told you to heal me? But God was already gone. And I did stand up. And this was the first time I did not become dizzy. So I thought already, oh, normally I stand up, I become dizzy. So I did make a round in my room. I did turn one time around. I need 10 minutes for the world will stop turning around me. And I did not become dizzy. And I thought, whoa, by this one turn I did go on my knees, started to cry, and told my Father God, thank you, Father. I never did ask you, but you did heal me. You must be the best doctor, because my doctors told me that it will stay forever, and that no doctor can heal it. And God did come to me. It was like I was healed, folks. So I did stand up and turn around 20, 40, 100. I turned around many times and I was happy and I was laughing and I stood still and everything is standing still. I was so happy. God did took away this from me. You understand? And I never did ask God, take it away from me. Because I also saw it like my own fault, you know. If I never took this man inside, then it never did happen. So it's also a little bit my fault. But it will never happen again. Because no one will come inside here anymore. You understand? This was in the things I did not know. But now I do know a lot more about you people. It could be you who listen right now, who could harm me like this. It's just how crazy can you become? You understand? And this guy was heavily with heroin and cocaine and all that kind of things, you know. And that's why he started to almost kill me. He stabbed me and I did take him out of jail. And then he started to rape young girls. And then he go jail for a long time. And I think he also did die there. Because he really did get a long time. A very long time. And it has to be that way, folks. If you rape someone, it's good that you go to jail. And now I did hear yesterday, there was a woman who was raped on a red light party, you know, a hooker building. I call it hooker building. These are nightclubs. So in a nightclub. And she was raped there. And the only thing I can say, folks, is yes, all that kind of dirty people need to be raped to understand never to go there again. Rape them all. Rape them all. That's what they deserve. They like dick so much. So take 100 men who will rape that girl. She never will ever do it again. But some hookers, they do this every day. They take 100 men. You know, the more the better. but then do it, that it will not be that nice anymore for them. Huh? So if I hear that kind of things, folks, even if she was murdered there, then I will say exactly the same thing like I say now. It's her own fault, and just be wise and behave yourself, because everybody will get what they deserve. And you serve for it, for what you will deserve. It's your time to serve. And what you will deserve, you will get. And that's the truth, folks. That's completely the truth. And this is also how I like to see it. You understand? For me, it is good to see when someone in a hooker district will be raped. But this time, she will not be raped, and she get paid for it. This time it is for free. But it stayed the same thing. They let themselves rape each other. You know, they do things and they do it for money. It's the same like rape. You get it? You do something, you don't want it, but you see the money and you let rape yourself. And the man who do this, or the man who do this, he pay that woman to rape her. But however you will see it, it is rape. And folks, there are so many of these girls. I saw girls step in here because I did have a guy, you know, he did live with me. And 3 times in the week, he did spend money, he did work for, to bring a hooker inside here. You understand? And these are very young girls, very beautiful. And sometimes some of these hookers did come to my room, and I directly did say, you do wrong things, girl. Better go away. And later I told my friend not to bring hookers inside anymore here. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. He did not like it, but also the guy did drink, and I told him, don't drink in this house. I don't want to hear it, and I don't want to see it, and I don't want to know. If you drink again, there is the door. You go out. So he started to drink secretly. But I also saw that. But I thought, Well, the boy always will go wrong. So police is standing for my door, for him. I told him, police was standing for my door. I give you 2 weeks, you're out of here. I never wanna see you again. And he told me, man, can I get a month? I told him, 2 weeks. Must be enough. And this was the best man I ever could take into this home. You understand? He was a very good person. But he did drink and he did go with hookers. But he did not also have a girlfriend, so, but still, don't do it, folks. Don't go with hookers, It's not the way. And it's a very bad way. So don't do this. You don't need it. So if I hear that the hooker did die, then I say, wow, that is clean business. Clean business. That's good. She took many men, married men, from other women. And they did rape each other. That's the work. That's the work. So, it's up to you if you will go to it, or you just don't. But these are the girls, they need money, and they do everything for it. So, they let them rape themselves. And you know what rape is, right? If someone don't want to go to bed with you, and you still do it, that's rape. You do something against the will of another. That's rape. And this rape go far. It can go with glass in pussies and all that kind of things. Or they put a bottle in it, or, it can be in many ways very dirty rapes. Or you go with a dead one. Or almost dead one, also happen many times. Yeah, that they go with a corpse. Huh? So there are many bad people on this world who will do that kind of things. But still, there is only 1% of the men, and 99 of the women and girls who will go wrong. So look at yourself, you man, and look at the woman, and tell me what you see. Go watch the parties and tell me what you see. You see perfect dressed men and half naked women, dry jumping each other. And this is happening everywhere. How this did start? By the first starters. And the first starters are the fallen ones, folks. And that's why this is happening. They give bad examples, and you're gonna take these bad examples. This is what will make you also bad as the example. You don't want this, folks. So go into Jesus Christ. Go into Jesus Christ. Or you never will be with my Father. It never will happen.